let's unbox the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. Now I gotta tell you, I've been waiting for this for a long time now. So this is the S24 Plus, which has a 6.7-inch QHD Plus display with a resolution of 1440 by 3120 with a peak brightness of 2600 nits. And Samsung's screens are one of the best in the market, without a doubt. And it weighs in at 6.95 ounces. And this model right here has an internal storage of 512 gigs with 12 gigs of RAM. The S24 and the 24 Plus are both equipped with the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8th Gen, and the cooling system has also been redesigned and optimized for better heat dissipation, so your phone shouldn't get as warm as the previous iterations of the Galaxy lineup would. Now the color I went with is cobalt violet, and to be honest, this is the one that I thought looked the most beautiful, stood out to me the most as well, but all the other colors this time around I thought were actually really nice. They felt new, such as the amber yellow, the jade green, sapphire blue, and sandstone orange, but I thought the cobalt violet stood out to me the most. It also has a battery of 4900 milliamperes. It can support 45 watt wired charging, a 15 watt wireless charging, and a 4.5 watt reverse wireless, which is something that has been new for most Samsung phones. The reverse wireless charging is what allows your phone to charge other devices, such as your smartwatch or your wireless earphones or whatnot, which is something that comes in handy when you're running out of charge in your devices, so that's pretty convenient. Now, one of the things that Samsung claims for the 24 series is that you can capture bright, colorful, and clear photos even in the dark with AI ISP. Now, for those that don't know, ISP stands for Image Signal Processing. Now, what's essentially happening here is if you shoot in low lighting conditions or you zoom in 2 times or even 3 times, AI takes over that image, enhances it, and spits out a result that would be far better than one that's not using AI ISP. I haven't really used it as of yet, but if this thing actually works as Samsung claims for it to work, this would be a game changer. And I am really excited to test this one out. So every year the box seems to go thinner and thinner, with packaging being minimal. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing. I gotta say, peeling these has always been one of my most favorite things about unboxing a new phone. Just a note, this video is not sponsored whatsoever. So Samsung, if you're hearing this and you wanna sponsor me anytime, you are more than welcome to. Alright, so just off the bat, it looks absolutely stunning. The violet color stands out with this sort of matte finish. And let's take it out of the box. I think it's weighted very nicely. Not too heavy, but then I gotta say I'm not a fan of phones being way too light. I like some weight to it. And I think this is just hitting the sweet spot right there. So it has a Type-C charging port, and they seem to have moved their SIM slot at the bottom, a volume rocker, and a power button, both on the same side. So this has a 50 megapixel main camera with a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel telephoto. And one of the big things with the S24 series is the software support, which Samsung claims to be at 7 years now. And if I'm not mistaken, the previous generations of the Galaxy devices had no more than 5 years of software support. So this is something that I think will be appreciated by a lot of people, because some people don't like upgrading their phone as frequently as others, so at least you have the option of going all the way up to 7 years without losing support. Now, I love the build of this thing. They've managed to increase the screen to bezel ratio, and all the companies seem to be going for this brick sort of design and ditching the curved display. And I gotta be honest, I used to have a curved one and it's really pointless. And this sort of brick design sits better in your hand as well. The cases for these are more protective. The fall damage isn't as detrimental as it would be on a curved phone, so I think this is a step in the right direction. And this thing has a satin finish. It feels very smooth, and the best thing about it is it won't attract fingerprints, which I think bothers almost every one of us. The S24 lineup comes with Android 14 out of the box with One UI 6.1 layered on top, and it has a dynamic refresh rate between 1 and 120 Hz. So if the screen is idle, it can drop the refresh rate all the way down to 1 Hz, which will conserve on battery. And when in motion, the 120 Hz is blazing fast. It's absolutely incredible to interact with. Now, the standout feature, which is different than its predecessor models, is the Galaxy AI, which is able to do a whole lot of things. So we're all aware of the power of AI and what AI is capable of doing. But the thing that deters a lot of people to use AI or even know how to use AI is the fact that there's a lot of steps to take, a lot of you have to know where to go and how to navigate a lot of the websites and make accounts, and that's a deterring factor for a lot of people. So many companies these days are integrating AI directly into their software to take that step away. That reels in more and more people to upgrade their previous version of whatever device or software that they may be using. So for example, what Samsung introduced here is called Galaxy AI. Now this is something that will be running in the background of your phone in every single app. The integration possibilities are actually endless. And that's it for today. Do consider leaving a like and subscribe to my channel, as it helps me out a lot and motivates me to keep doing this further. Thank you so much for watching, guys.